What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let's start this video off right. We flank our tank on top of a cliff and we're gonna jump off the top rope in mid-air, drop behind enemy lines and pick up a triple kill. Welcome to the game type Rush. In Rush, the attacking forces must find and destroy the defending forces' telegraph post by planting and defending a bomb at both bomb sites from oncoming defusing defenders. Defenders can also use these telegraph posts to call in artillery strikes. Now, as an attacker, your objective is to destroy both bomb sites before your tickets run out. A ticket is a respawn. You can see in the top middle of the screen, someone died and respawned already, so we dropped one ticket. Now the objective is to plant the bomb, and I'm trying to defend it with a few tripwire mines, and that's going to do a good job defending the bomb site. But just to be sure, I throw a little dynamite, you get a few kabooms, and that's how you do it, defending the bomb site. That's the name of the game. Now, if you plant, defend, and destroy both bomb sites before you respawn 75 times, you get to move on to the next sector of the map. You do that for 3-4 sectors, and then you win the game. It gets increased difficulty the closer you get to winning, and there's a little bit of tanks, there's a few horses. Vehicles aren't that big of a factor as it is in Conquest, but you can see I jumped on one of the weaker vehicles in Battlefield 1, a Jeep with the MG on top of it, but it does work. I take 3 people out by the B bomb site and then I get launched into space. But I really like Rush because I can also reinforce my team with a tank. And now if you see a tank on the enemy team and you're defending, you have to kill it just because it's such a big factor. It's mostly soldiers on the ground. And a big tip I can give to new Battlefield players: if you're using the medic kit, use the medical syringe and revive your teammates so they're not wasting your tickets respawning. You can just pick them up on the battlefield. That doesn't waste a ticket. If you get out of your tank as an attacker and give it over to the enemy team, that's a huge mistake, because how it's balanced out is, as an attacker, you're supposed to get vehicles at first, but once you push on the brink of victory, then the defenders start to get the armor, and it just progressively gets more and more difficult the further you get attacking on the game type Rush. Now, I'm taking the time to repair this tank just because it's so important of a vehicle and a game changer. But in the game type Rush, after you plant and destroy the bombs at both the A and B bomb site, you take over the sector, and then the defenders have to fall back, refortify, and you can kind of see they're in this cave system. There's this huge choke point, and it's really difficult the further and further you get as an attacker. And this caused me a little bit of rage in the play session that we had, because it was just so difficult. We're fighting back and forth and we finally pushed through the cave, and you can see that we're literally on the brink of losing. We have 0 tickets left. New people to the series might think we've lost because we have 0 tickets, but remember, a ticket counts as a respawn, and basically think of that as sudden death overtime. When you have 0 tickets, there's no more respawning, and we just barely destroyed the B bomb site, took over the sector, and pushed the enemies back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video on Battlefield 1 Rush. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you learned something, youtube.com/whiteboy7street. I have a cool video showing off the most popular game type in Battlefield 1 Conquest. I would say Rush is a close number 2. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield.
We have taken up.
While playing the objective is important, being able to get kills, thinning the enemy ranks, and staying alive to support your team with more ammunition, more meds, is also a critical part to that. Not everyone is a veteran coming into Battlefield 1, and I expect to see plenty of new faces, so let's go over some of the basics on how to improve your individual skill. Battlefield has maps with immense scale to allow for planes, tanks, and sometimes even boats to take part in their fights. With that, though, can come a lot of running for the infantry and a need for transportation vehicles. Understand, though, if you're running on foot or even in one of those light transportation vehicles and you're on the main road that the trains, tanks are going to be going right past, you're going to be extremely vulnerable to their much higher damage output. If planes can easily spot you overhead, they're likely going to do a diving swoop and take you out. Staying near rocks, moving cover to cover, staying under trees, especially near the center of the map where there's a lot of action going on, can help protect you or give you the element of surprise. Staying on the outsides of the map, there'll be less population and easier to pick people off. If you're going straight to an objective that's controlled by an enemy, they'll be able to spawn directly on it or near it, and they likely already have a presence there. Try not to just run straight into these hot zones, but instead pick some players off and go up as a team. If you can outnumber them, you'll have an advantage. To keep your ranks outnumbering theirs, bring along a medic. Whether it's you or an ally, the medic class has a very unique ability of being able to bring back fallen soldiers. He can also help keep the team's health up. Rather than always having to wait for your own to regenerate, a med pack will get you back up to full in no time. If you've ever taken damage, it's always best to wait until your health is back to full before going into an engagement. If you go up against another player who already has full health, you're immediately at a disadvantage. Take a second, fully heal, and with a medic, get back in it even faster. Keep your eye on the map and watch out for vehicles. Players should be spotting targets, including yourself, at all times. And vehicles have so much damage they can kill you very quickly. Either take them out as quickly as possible if you have some type of ability that can help destroy them, for example with Assault, anti-tank rifle, or get out of dodge as fast as possible. You're better off contributing to the team by dropping more ammo, more med packs elsewhere, rather than sitting on the death screen for another 10 seconds. You can also pick up the anti-tank rifle as a battle pickup on the map. In Sinai Desert, it's located down at Echo Objective. It's capable of obliterating enemy vehicles and has a massive ammunition count. Taking advantage of your own friendly vehicles, countering enemies as fast as possible, using medics, and staying out of those hot zones will all help keep you alive and increase your kills. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Stone Mountain 64 for Battlefield Boot Camp.